in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go from Lambeau. Johnson with a return here. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
This is Patterson on the give. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. From the red zone now. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
19, Tiger, 19,
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Packers take a 6-0. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. No change to the call on the field. That play's going to remain a touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's out a little short of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. Packers pick it up. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And Green Bay takes this one back for the touchdown. The Packers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Returns looking good so far. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. His first throw is an interception. Terrion Arnold has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 21-0 already. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Go.
Back to the air, following the pick 6. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From midfield now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
New series coming up following the punt. And the Packers will take over possession. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They send a receiver in motion right. To throw it on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He smartly won't risk something here. Just chucks it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
On the handoff, Patterson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers blowing them out now, 34-zip. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the 6. 1st and 10 from the 41. Trying the right side. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw on 3rd down. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
That pass complete to Moss. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Moss hauls it in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. There's a handoff off the gut. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Let's go now. Let's go.
From the 19. He's got a man left. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants continuing to fight at least. Justin Tucker to try the point after. And the kick is good. And the Giants cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. New set of downs for him from the 46. Up the middle, here goes Patterson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He gets it complete to Will Shipley. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. That's the end of our... Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have it on 3rd and 9.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Setting up a throw. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another try following the sack. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Giants take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defense is today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatched.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
70 Lions. Let's go now.
Shipley. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to...
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The give to Patterson out of the shotgun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Dragon 60.
2nd and 13. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun on 3rd down. Connects on the crosser. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panther 11.
Back to throw. He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Out of the gun, it gives to Shipley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes back.
And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers pushing for points. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long.
Tag. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. Go.
Now looking to throw. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Packers tack on 7 more to their lead. covering now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete to Pearsall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Set, go.
Throwing off the play fake here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's on the move. For the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Set up.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
18 copy. 18 copy.
2nd and 3. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Able to hit Patterson, complete. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. They are throwing it again. Got a man. Patterson has it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ready.
They'll throw it again. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Let's go. Ready.
Patterson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
At the Giants' 3.
throwing from the gun here. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided first half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll throw this instead, trying to catch him off guard. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, they thought they were being clever there. Didn't bite on the fake spike for a second. It immediately backfires Brock with an interception.
Yeah, the only way that really works, Kate, is if eyes are on the quarterback, but that was not the case for this defense. Right, once those receivers took off the line, the moment they launched, everybody communicated.
There he goes on the right side. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. That stop made by Derek Brown. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 29. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. And that tackle to Michael Hall. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They go play action here. Pass complete to Campbell. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Back to throw, needing a first. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And the defender comes away with it. And the Packers get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Let's go. Ready?
Handoff headed right to Patterson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Packers send out their punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. No return on that punt, and it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Pearsall there to grab it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. runs a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he won't get to the 20. Out of bounds just before it around the 18-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready? 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. Big gain downfield. And in, touchdown, New York. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Giants cut into the lead by another point. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They put a receiver in motion right. Patterson trying this straight ahead. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Right back to Patterson now. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, you're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
Shotgun handoff for Patterson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Let's go now. Take go.
From the gun, Shipley gets it. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go.
Go check. Go check. Bravo 80. Ready.
From the 24. He's got it over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
70 Lions. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos.
From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's second down. Handoff now to Shipley. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a fair...
And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Packers are running them out of the building. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. Well, any contact on an extra point is going to draw that flag, and it's going to let them try the point after again. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Giants hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Man in motion here. To the air. 3rd and long. Try and push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. That pass complete to Moss. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Moss hauls it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it again. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. This one misses the tight end. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
Here we go.
Pass play coming here. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you